Today I want to talk about 10 projects, family, in my favorite narratives, new projects, old projects. At the end of this video, I will be dropping my #1 chain that I'm invested in. So we're going to be getting into this. Some of these projects are new. I will be delivering some honorable mentions, but I want to give you my top 10 projects for phase 2 of the bull run that I have personally began accumulating. At least 90% of these projects. Some of them I'm working to find an entry point, but they've been doing so well, it's been hard to find those entry points. So if you like altcoin gem hunter videos, make sure that you smash the like button, leave a comment, let me know which some of your favorite altcoin gems, or if I left out a bullish narrative, let me know what narrative you think will be bullish in the future. In fact, one of the projects, we'll get into this, kind of fits under two narratives. So let's get into it because this is going to be rapid fire. I'm not going to do in-depth full reviews. If you want the full reviews, join the Patreon, join the free Discord. A lot of people always, doing some pretty wonderful things inside the community. But that's where I do my in-depth reviews of these projects. So this is going to be rapid fire. I got a huge day ahead of me. Without further ado, let's get into it. All right, so layer 2s, BRC20 Infra, AI, Gaming, GambleFi. Let's get into these 10 altcoin gems. All right, so first and foremost, I want to talk about Inspec. Okay, Inspec is a layer 2 family for X. They just recently became an omni chain with the integration into the BNB ecosystem, right? You're starting to see a lot of the biggest YouTube influencers like Jake, my boy Jake Gagan, talking about Inspect. And if you know anything about the layer 2 narrative, is one of the most explosive narratives in the space right now. Inspect is a rather new cryptocurrency sitting at a $40 million market cap. The circulating supply is 16%, and the max supply is 1 billion tokens. The fully diluted is about 249 million. So yes, family, this project is very, very liquid, and what they're building out is a ecosystem that's tailored around our favorite crypto hub, which is X. So I'm very, very, very bullish on this project. We started talking about this project around 13 cent. They have multiple partnerships and integrations throughout the space, right? And I think that this project, in my opinion, has a very, very, very bright future. It's starting to heat up. We know when the layer 2 narrative comes back around, layer 2s will be very explosive. Me personally, I've been looking for those altcoin gems, the next polygons, the next what's goddamn project to start with? Y'all know what I'm talking about. Yeah, optimism, right? We've been looking for the best layer 2 tech. What better layer 2 tech than something that's built for X? Now, I have done a full review in my Patreon with this project. If you're interested in that, go over there, join the Patreon. I don't want to spend too much time with it because these videos are designed for you guys to go do your homework. All right, so go do your research. I like what this project is working on. Go check out the ecosystem. I think that the future for this project is very, very bright. The next project in the layer 2 section I want to talk about is BitRock. All right, this is a project that has been fair launch, no VC money, so totally different from what we just talked about with layer 2. Everything with this project has been built organically, family. So with that being said, I am very, very bullish on what BitRock has accomplished in a few months since inception, right? They have a stablecoin away. They have a swap, BitRock, where you can seamlessly swap their tokens in an interoperable way without using the native chains. And they even have a few meme coins and utility tokens that's being built out on their ecosystem. What do we know? Once tokens actually start to appreciate within an ecosystem, we actually see the chain appreciate from a price. So what I'm betting on is that this ecosystem continues to grow. They do AMAs on Twitter. They seem to be very transparent and clarity of what they're working to accomplish without guerrilla marketing and selling out their tokens to really put themselves in a position to win. So I like that everything's being built organically. The circulating supply opposed to INSP is 89% of the max supply, which is around 100 million. This project, in my opinion, has the potential to max out anywhere between a $100 and $10 billion market cap, and it's currently sitting at a $12 million market cap. For those reasons alone, I decided to take a flyer here on BitRock. I think BitRock has some explosive price action to come in the future once we see this liquidity pour into the space from these Bitcoin ETFs and possibly something like an Ethereum ETF. So as we get closer to the halving cycle and we get closer to Fed cuts and election cycle and we get closer to this parabolic altcoin run, I expect layer 2s to be one of the most profitable narratives in the space. For that reason, my two winners will be Inspect and BitRock. Again, I've done plenty of videos on BitRock. Go check it out. This is rapid fire because I don't want to make this video too long. Just giving you the awareness of where to find some of these projects. Sitting at a $12 million market cap, I think BitRock has extreme potential. So please go do your research, okay? A lot of these projects are new, high risk, full transparency. The next project I want to talk about here is Mint Layer. So we're moving on to the BRC20 narrative, and I want to give two plays within that kind of like narrative, right? I'm invested into the infrastructure. For that reason, I think Mint Layer is a winner. We started talking about Mint Layer around 35, 38 cent. Now it's 70 cent. A lot of people in my Patreon have raved about Mint Layer. Shout out to my boy Moonbound, he's making that bag for Mint Layer. I love to hear that. It is a layer 2 that works to scale the Bitcoin ecosystem. So everything that's being built in a Bitcoin layer 2, just like Stacks, is working to scale that Bitcoin ecosystem. We know Bitcoin ecosystem is still a little bit clunky. It's not as fast as other ecosystems, but with that liquidity that's working to pour in from these ETFs, a lot of builders want to build on something they can trust. In my opinion, we will see developers migrate to the Bitcoin ecosystem, which we're already starting to see, right? Again, let me remove the Discord here because it's beeping in my ear. Okay, so where were we at? I want to go back. Okay, Mint Layer, okay? Sorry, I was doing research on that gaming token over there. But Mint Layer, yeah, not going to do too much. Already did a review on my channel with Mint Layer. We talked about the technology score. We talked about the tokenomics, the coding, and stuff like that. So swing over to that video if you are interested in my video that I did do on Mint Layer. This thing is sitting at a $51 million market cap. And how I personally look at it, ignoring what we see from their self-circulating supply compared to the max supply, is if this Bitcoin ecosystem explodes, projects within it that's building the infrastructure of the ecosystem will explode. So people look at Mint Layer, it's a $51 million market cap, but it's actually a good mid cap that could easily be evaluated at a $1 billion project. I would go do my research on this, check out the team, check out the partnerships, check out the ecosystem and what they're doing for Bitcoin, and you'll see what I see as far as the potential to be very explosive when this Bitcoin ecosystem starts to really blow up, which it's kind of like obvious that it's an easy play if we get these Bitcoin spot ETFs, because a lot of developers will migrate and we need some type of infrastructure that allows seamless interoperability between these chains. I like Mint Layer. Next project I want to talk about is Wrapped Ordi Bridge or Ordi Bridge or W Bridge. This is another infrastructure plays that allows seamless swaps between native chains. So now you can seamlessly swap a ERC20 token for a BRC20 token using Wrapped Ordi Bridge. Okay, I really like this project. Every day they're dropping something on Twitter where they're building something new or they're delivering a new utility. Again, go do your research, right? Enabling inscriptions BRC on any and every chain. I also like OZK as a honorable mention, but if I had to pick one between OZK and Ordi Bridge, I think Ordi Bridge has been a little bit more transparent, and I tend to trust them a little bit more in what they're working to deliver here. I'm very bullish on Ordi Bridge. As you can see, BRC on any chain. So again, I've talked about this inside the Patreon. I actually want to do a full review. Let me follow those guys on the notifications. I think this project has a very bright future. You can see some of the things that it's compared to, like Mubi and Sobit. Number of chains supported 6, permissionless, block infinite mint of bridge tokens, preventing receiver wallet hack, replay attacks preventions, automated code. And the thing about Wrap Bridge is they're not really, of course they're focusing on the seamless and interoperability aspect of their project, but they're more focused on security. They understand with a bridge, the most important thing that you need is security. Mubi ran to a $200, $300 million market cap, right? Without focusing on per se security. I think Bridge is going to run to anywhere between a 200 million and $1 billion valuation. Once this BRC20 thing heats up and the whole entire Bitcoin ecosystem heats up. So I don't actually buy BRC20 tokens, but I do invest into BRC20 infrastructure, because that's something a lot of people ask me, Millie, what BRC20 tokens are you buying? I'm not really looking to buy BRC20 tokens unless they're BRC20 games. So if you had to ask me, well, Millie, if you wanted to buy a BRC20 token, what would you buy? I would buy something in the gaming narrative, and because there's not too many games yet in that BRC20 ecosystem. We actually talked about one also in the private groups there. So for that reason, I'm invested into Mint Layer and also Orty Bridge right here. Very, very, very bullish in my opinion. Again, I'm not getting into too deep. I want you guys to go do your research. Now let's talk about AI, right? So we got two AI tokens, and then we got an honorable mention. The first project that I want to talk about is AIT. We got into AIT way down here at 13 cents. It has since consolidated. Not too worried about it. This project has huge VC behind it. Some of the top influencers, and what they work to do is they're building a global workforce for data annotation. So what they are doing in short is they are allowing data annotation to become more centralized, opposed to these centralized entities being the only ones that can train AI through machine learning. So now all you need is a computer, tap into the AIT ecosystem, and you can be a data annotator, right? You can help contribute to the machine learning aspect of AI and get compensated in AIT tokens. So huge utility there, because we know that right now there's a laggy effect with machine learning, and you got stuff like ChatGPT that can't keep up with real time. What AIT is working to do is they're pushing out these tools to catch up, to basically teach AI at a more faster speed, you know what I mean, opposed to like everything being laggy and behind in real time. So now when you ask let's say ChatGPT, Grok, or open BitTensor, right? Open, whatever you want to call it. I don't know why I said open, but BitTensor. You can now, you'll be able with a project like this to train your AI in a more efficient, and more. I don't want to just say efficient. I want to say faster. You know what I mean? It won't be where it's like, oh, we only got a group here and we want them to train AI. Anybody can train AI through AIT, and I think that utility will start to blow up in the future. And they got a pretty good team behind it, and also they got a pretty good foundation behind it when you think of the liquidity that could possibly be behind this project. You can kind of like take the look at the fully diluted market cap, which is 171 million, and the market cap is only 10 million. So very, very liquid project. They're trying to build something special in the AI sector, and I am in a, I don't want to say an early investor, but I got into this project at a pretty good price, in my opinion. The next project I want to talk about is AI Tech. Now, I am still currently doing research on this project. From what I've seen, that this project is building out AI tools and AI solutions for AI infrastructure. So anything AI, it seems like AI Tech is working to be that project that is allowing you, if you have an AI business or AI technology, you can utilize AI Tech in their tools and services to further build out your ecosystem. So I am currently doing research on this project, so I don't want to spend too much time on it because I want to deliver more value for you guys. But just from the surface, this project looks like to be one of the next top AI projects in the space. I would like to see it have an Ethereum contract. You know how I feel about BNB contracts. A lot of JEETs, but you can see huge double bottom. Project has been growing. Circulating supply is 19% of the max supply. These AI, projects don't have the best tokenomics, sort of like gaming projects, but you got to understand what goes into building out an AI project. It takes a lot of liquidity if you want to build something that's here to stay for long term. So I like AI Tech. I like AI tools. I think both of these projects are new, so they're going to run. When you look at some of the things that these guys are working on, the team is Docs. They have insane partnerships, right? We can go to some of the partners here. Insane partnerships, man. This is in AIT does as well. They both have insane partnerships. They are working with launch pads, incubators like PAL AI. These guys, man, are very, 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 very you know what I mean, respected, as you can see in the space. So AI tech, and it's not a I wouldn't say is it has to be a reason why this thing is pumping. You can see there's the founder. So very, very doxed. Love to see doxed teams right here. Yeah, this project is on the up and up. I'm still doing more research on this utility and use case. From a surface level, sitting at a $24 million market cap, it seems like they're building out AI tools for AI infrastructure if you have an AI technology company. So if you need tools, you need solutions, AI tech seems to be the go-to project in that sector. So those are my two new AI projects that I think have massive potential. The next narrative I want to talk about is gaming. And I want to be very, very quick with this. Compete, in my opinion, I'm not even focused on the price action with compete. The one thing that I have been focusing on, and you can see the price action has been pretty good. The one thing though I have been focusing on is the streaming aspect, right? Only thing I'm seeing is a whole bunch of streamers streaming this game. Last night I watched a streamer streaming this game, and I just want to tune into the gameplay and see if people were actually having fun. You could tell the difference between a streamer that's just doing it because he got paid tokens or because he's generally having fun playing the game. The game seemed fun, right? They got a lot going on. The movement is clean. I mean, I thought I was looking at Call of Duty gameplay. I'm like, wow, this is actually pretty good. And I can see why you're seeing the daily active users rise at an exponential rate. So for that reason alone, I really, really like this game. Left to streaming, like, I need to buy more compete tokens. Because if this game gets adopted, we're talking about a project that can hit the heights of something like Axie Infinity and Gala. It doesn't matter if it's not a studio. We've seen that with Axie Infinity. If you develop a game that's actually fun and people play, it is what it is, right? Of course, I like studios. I like gaming from an infrastructure standpoint, but I also like good games. Damn good games in the crypto sector. It's a few that I'm like, wow, that's a crypto game, and this is one of them. I've done plenty of videos on Compete. They're always updating their games. You're always going to see this update or that update, and they just recently upgraded to Unreal Engine, so they're even updating their graphics as the game goes. I really like that the game grows as the game goes. It is what it is. Very bullish on this. The next gaming project I want to talk about is a dpin project. So this is what I was talking about early. This project falls under the gaming and dpin. I just recently did a in-depth full review in the private group of this project, and in short, what they allow you to do is lend out your computing power, and in exchange for you lending out your computing power, you get gamer coin in exchange. So you can see this thing is right at that, in my opinion, that point where it's ready to put in a massive reversal. This is starting to gain a lot of hype throughout crypto Twitter. You are not early. I mean, you are not late to this project. In fact, you might be early to the pump compared to some of the ones that I talked about earlier. Very, 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 very simple utility to understand. If you're not gaming and your computer is idle, you can lend out your computing storage or however, right, and get compensated in gamer coin, right? So all the gamers around the world, when they're not gaming, this is an opportunity to earn a passive income through a dpin project. We love dpin projects because they actually have real products. Most of them have mining apps where you can actually earn passive income through these projects, and this one is infused the gaming narrative and also the dpin narrative. I don't want to really focus on the gaming aspect because they are doing some things with gaming, but I just want to focus on, in my opinion, the bullish utility, and that's being able to lend out your computing power for gamer coins in exchange. And I believe they utilize stables or GHX, which makes it very sustainable. I did a full review. We went over the technology, we went over the contract, we went over the tokenomics in my private group. I don't want to spend too much time on this project because, again, this video is really, really being delivered for you guys to go out there and do your own research. But I like GHX. I think it's an altcoin gem, a sleeper gem in the dpin sector that's also under the gaming narrative. So again, I like charts like this that I'm seeing the hype, but it hasn't pumped yet. And I decided to full send into this project, which was a good idea because we got into it at like 1 penny, and now we're starting to see, we're starting to see some productivity from the price, right? From a price action. So go check it out, man. Or just if you want the full review, go join the private group. I did a full review on this project. I think that this project has massive potential. It already has 750,000 users looking to mine and lend out their data. Not excuse me, not their data, lend out their computing power. And again, you know, easy win, right? Easy win, right? You're not playing, you're not using your computer. Put it on idle and mine GHX. Why not? Get you a GHX bag. The next and last, um, the next and last narrative I want to talk about, if my computer here loads. All right, let's get back on here. We do apologize for that. I've noticed that Coin Market Cap is way more slower than CoinGecko. So I don't know what's going on with their servers, but it's just terrible. All right, so Gamify. Project I want to talk about is FXI, right? We got into FXI around anywhere between a $3 and $5 million market cap. I was loading up my bag. It's now sitting at $11 million market cap. Not looking to sell anything FXI. In fact, I DCA'd and added more to my bag. Simply put, right? In a simple fashion, this is a Gamify project that's connecting AI and allowing you to use AI technology to bet, right? You win your bets utilizing AI technology. I think that this project is huge. We've talked about it so many times. I don't even want to go into it deeply because I've already did many videos on this project. Very, very simple. You can utilize AI technology to bet real time in sports. So for instance, opposed to just betting on who's going to win, you can bet who's going to land the most punching, who's going to miss the most punches, utilizing your AI tech that FXI has. So they are working to be one of the biggest projects in the Gamify narrative. I would go check out the website and the ecosystem. I don't want to really talk about it too much because I've talked about it a lot and I'm not here to shill it. The next project I've talked about also is Winner Protocol, right? The ability to allow you to gamble on chain, earn revenue through people losing bets and winning bets if you are a staker, and they also allow you to build games also on chain. So this is gaming, Gamify, very, very bullish project sitting at a $10 million market cap. Is one of the top projects here on Arbitron, right? Top Gamify project here on Arbitron. This thing right here, in my opinion, will be a moonshot. If you compare it to Rollbit and you see what Rollbit was able to do through generating income, generating revenue, generating fees, that was one of the biggest reasons that Rollbit pumped. Winter Protocol is like Rollbit times 10 because everything that's being generated, everything that's being built, everything that's happening as far as gambling is done on chain, which makes it trustless. You don't got to worry about human error. So Winter Protocol, if you're into the Gamify narrative, I think is a gem. This is one of the projects that you actually have to, bridge your Arbitron. You can't just use Uniswap unless you have Arbitron. So I want to make that clear. But once you, figure out the learning curve or how to buy this project, I think that this project has pretty good potential, right? $9 million market cap, max supply 1 billion, and fully diluted is 104. So very liquid, a lot of good people behind it, good partnerships. This project will do well in the next bull cycle. So Winter Protocol and FXI are my two Gamify projects that I'm betting on headed into phase 2. I also like Dev AI. I just tuned into the AMA with Dev AI. I am very bullish on that project. Somebody shared that with me in my stream, and I did research last night, and then I did more research this morning, and I really, really like that project. I'm not going to show it. I want you guys to go do your research. It's called Dev AI. Has some very, very bullish tokenomics, and man, I'm excited where that project is going. Just tuning into the AMA, I was like, wow, this is some pretty damn good technology. So we talked about layer 2s, BRC20 infrastructure, AI, gaming, and Gamify. I gave you 2 projects in each sector. Again, I wasn't doing this video to go deep because I didn't want to make it too long. It probably still ended up real long. I know y'all like them short videos, but I want to give you an idea of what I've been investing in into phase 2 of the bull run. We do got our older moonbag projects. I got a lot of moonbags right from phase 1. So don't think that I just gave up on those projects. I have moonbags in those projects. But as we turn a new leaf into phase 2, I also wanted to have exposure to some of these new projects, hot narratives, right? And projects, small cap gems with massive potential here. I still got some ones that's under like this around the $2-3 million market cap. We'll share those in the Discord and also the private groups. Consider the links. Consider just leaving a comment. Let me know what projects that I left out that you think are small cap gems that are new, that fit the bill for phase 2. I love to know you guys' opinions in the comments. And thank you again for tuning into another video by yours truly, Crypto Millie. I'll see you in the next one, man. Let me know what y'all think about these altcoin gems.